Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Kuhaloyim Allah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakahakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf, that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. I wanted to touch on this article, with this guy, Clay Travis. He says a good state champion caliber high school boys team would smoke the best team in the WNBA. Thoughts? And he actually put up $1 million. He bet $1 million on it. Now here you go. You have let's check it out real quick. And this is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer. I'm not making any monetary value or anything off of this video. It's just for educational purposes only. So let's get it. Thought it would just play right there, but I noticed this app been sending you straight to X now.
I've said this for a long time. It is 100% true. A good state championship caliber high school boys team would smoke the best team in the WNBA. Let me repeat that because it's true and it's important. A good state championship level boys high school team would absolutely smoke the WNBA champions. Give me a team from California, New York, Texas, or Florida. I would bet my entire savings in the bank that the boys' high school team would beat the WNBA team. Give me 25 or more state champions. Oh, because some states are small, right? Like, I don't know how many people play high school basketball in Wyoming. I don't know how many people play in Rhode Island, right? Like, some states don't have that big a population. So the state championship basketball team might not be very good there. But for the 25 largest states in America, every single one of those states has a state champion boys basketball team that would obliterate the NBA, WNBA champion in a game. Now, look, some people like middle school, low-level high school basketball. Most of those people we call parents. But if you love the WNBA, you can go buy your WNBA tickets and you can go sit courtside. For most of us, we would rather have $5 in cash than the WNBA team in our city win a championship. That's because the WNBA doesn't have fans. And it's not because the media won't cover the WNBA. ESPN shoves the WNBA down our throats even though nobody cares because they have to do.
You get the point on that. But, and they're pissed about that, right? They're pissed about that. And when you go off into them comments, people agreeing with this guy. You know what I'm saying? But guess who don't? First person that pops up is the so-called black woman. She called the man a dumbass, Chelsea Gray. She just, as you can see right here, she just posted dumbass. You see? But now, I remember when this was this year. I remember seeing Ennis Cantor, if I'm pronouncing his name right, this guy right here. And matter of fact, this is right here is the interview, I think, right here where he talked about let's see here. And this is for educational purposes only. Or they just have a picture of it. But look, he says he'd average 60 points a game, 60 points and 30 rebounds a game if he played in the WNBA. Because I think he said he was like, he's like 280 pounds. He's 6. I think this guy's like 7 feet. So, I mean, it's just from a standpoint of women saying that they can do what men can do. If LeBron James, if you put the Lakers against any one of those women teams, man, there would be no, it would get some ratings, but there would be no competition whatsoever, man. You're not gonna put the USA Olympic men's team against the USA women's team and think that you're gonna get a real game, man. They're gonna run through them. First off, they're too big. They catch a few of those elbows. They get back down. They get the get a couple of good knockdowns. They're gonna fold, man. It just is what it is, you know. And they all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua because he's bringing this up in the last days, because a lot of women, man, have this idea that, they can do what men can do, but there's going to come a time period where all that shit is about to change. The Lord is about to send a real serious scare on this planet that's going to make the hardest of chicks act like chicks again. Them hard ones, the ones that's really running around out here. You even have women out here, man, that's running around out here. They more manlier than men. And I say that from a level of they go the extra mile to try and be over masculine, so to speak. Men, it just comes naturally. You can just kind of tell, like, okay, you going a little too hard. Men don't really act like that. And then you have these dudes that acting like women that they're just overly feminine. Women don't act like that. You just, because you natural, when you naturally do something, it just comes natural to you, right? But let's get this real quick. 1 Peter 3:7. And it reads, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So this is clearly saying that the woman is the weaker vessel. And then, I mean, because the USA, or I would say when I say the USA, I mean the so-called white man. He has fooled you women into thinking that you can actually be like men. You know what? I've been passing by a lot of these construction jobs lately. And what I see is there's women on those construction jobs, but guess what? They're not doing shit. They're holding a fucking sign or something. They're not actually physically rolling a wheelbarrow full of dirt or cement. They're not physically, hammering anything. They're just standing there looking cute. A lot of them hell holding a damn sign on their phone. They got the job, but you know why they got the job? Because there's a such thing in this place as, discrimination. Y'all being discriminatory. So these people, they have to hire, women on the jobs because, of the laws that are, placed here in the United States. But these women are not doing that work. I've worked with women like that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the last job that I worked, the men used to finish up their work and then used to be pissed that we would have to go and help these chicks at the end of their shift to finish things up. We used to literally have to go and help them. So we was basically doing double work and they were still getting paid. Literally. I'm not going to say where I worked at, but they physically couldn't handle the work. But guess what? They had those jobs. They was getting paid just as much as we was, but they wasn't fully doing the job. We would literally be done hours ahead of our, of what we would have to do. And so by the company kind of knowing that, they would, y'all go and help out, these 10 to 15 women in their areas or whatever. And we used to have to go and do that shit. It used to kind of piss me off. Like, okay, so, what the fuck is going on here? Am I going to get a portion of what they're getting paid? Yeah, of course you're not. But like I said, again, this is the world that you're living in. You're living in a world where women are acting like as if, or the so-called white man has given them that liberty to gad abroad and that liberty to act as if, you know what I'm saying, they can do what men do. I see them all the time, man. They police officers looking crazy, looking cute. Like, who you about to run down? What fence you about to jump in case you got to get in behind a predator or something? Who you about to handcuff that don't want to be handcuffed? If they don't want to be handcuffed, how you about to handcuff some big ass dude? Some of these men can't handle some of these goddamn criminals, man. You've seen videos of it. Women out here getting manhandled. There was a video the other day Where, and I don't know why they, that so-called white woman, of course, this is their kingdom. She didn't get what she deserved. But, it was another woman cop trying to handcuff her, man. She could not handcuff that woman. Then once the men got there, it was like 2 or 3 other men officers. They couldn't even handcuff the damn woman. Then eventually they get her out of the damn store, wherever she was. She ends up pulling the gun off one of the officers' hip and shooting one of the officers in the fucking hand. And they still they didn't do anything to that lady. Now, had that been a so-called black woman, of course, we know what would have happened. We already know they'd have shot and killed her ass as soon as. She actually got the gun and shot this officer, and they still got her in the back of the police car unscathed. But anyway, like I said again, hey, you women better wake up, man. You women that are at ease, let me get that real quick, because it's coming a point where the Lord is about to show you what was really real out here, man. It's coming. It's coming. We keep saying it, man. Until you ladies that are already into this truth, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is, But there's about to come and continue on doing what you're supposed to do. Play that part, man, that the Lord gave you. Don't try and, don't try and usurp authority over your man or your spouse or don't get into all that. This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." And it's basically just going off into repentance. Humble yourself, because the Lord hates pride, man. And that's a number one key thing. See, our women, they basically they replicate the so-called white man, because the so-called white man, he's prideful as hell. He's super prideful, super duper prideful. And the women that he has given that power to gad abroad and to be over the man in this society, they're super prideful too. They're just only replicating what he does. As a matter of fact, though, I mean, that scripture right here is coming. This right here is coming to an end right here, because Esau's kingdom is coming to an end. Is that Jeremiah? Yeah, Jeremiah 31:22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." And that's what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has pushed in the earth. He has pushed the woman's, agenda, and now they have actually surpassed him. This silly fucker, he didn't even know that it was going to backfire on him. So now the women have surpassed the man, but as Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's kingdom fall, it's going to fall for you women as well. And especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women. You Hebrew Israelite women. Because it's coming to a point where your own men, see, Esau, he got you into a fix because your own men are starting to not care about you now. And that's on a grand scale. Men are just looking at women like, man, fuck you. You're a problem. You're either a bill, a problem, or that's the way men are starting to really look at women these days. They're not respecting you like how you used to get respect, because really, in reality, you're not respecting yourself. You even got I seen a lady at the park the other day, and I was driving. Yeah, she looked like she might have been about fucking 80, but she just hadn't given up the ghost yet, man. She was out there, with the tight ass shit on, trying to be sexy too. She don't want to give it up. She don't want to, going all into your 70s, your 80s, still doing the same shit, trying to be a fucking 20-year-old. That's a bad dude, man. And when it comes to a nation, they don't want to teach, because the scripture goes off into, the women, what they should be doing, basically. Let me see. How was it worded? First Timothy 3:11. It says, "Even so must their wives be grave." Not okay. That's going off into let's see. Salakia, bear with me here. Oh, here we go right here. Titus chapter 2. Let me start at verse 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. That lady I seen yesterday, man, she wasn't, becoming holiness, man. She was literally out there, she was in the park with a little tight ass sweatsuit on, trying to steal, I get it, trying to stay in shape. But I mean, I can tell that she had that attitude of look at me like shit. I'm I'm still gonna do it. I can just tell. It says, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. See that? That's through. That's gone. They're not teaching the young women to be sober. They're not teaching the young women about no husband because they don't have no goddamn husband themselves. They're not teaching them to love their children because they don't love their own children. Because if you love your children, you're going to give them the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're going to raise them because this is real love. It may be hard at times, but it's real love. Instead, the women, girl, that's so cute. Girl, that's this. Girl, you should be telling them, girl, you need to take that shit off. Girl, you need to do this. You need to do that. Out of real love. And people don't want people around them like that. They look at you as the party crasher. You see? It says to be discreet, chastity, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. See that? They don't want nothing to do with that. You can forget about discreet. You can forget about chastity. You can forget about keepers at home. There ain't no damn keepers at home. They ain't washing no damn dishes. They not doing no laundry. You got a man, he'll go out and work all goddamn week long, and he's paying all the fucking bills, and he still got to wash clothes. He still got to make his meals. I know people like that. Looking out for her, paying her fucking car note, paying her insurance, giving her money to go out and do things. He still got to make him a meal when he gets home off work. He still had to wash a load of clothes, you know what I'm saying, to keep him going for the week, to have clean things. He still has to go to the supermarket to shop and get the damn food to bring home for him to cook for himself and cook her goddamn meal. He still has to go to wherever to pick up deodorants and body wash and things. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that like, okay, if he's working all week long, you fucking sitting there all damn day long. Why would he have to go do that when you could have handled that within an hour? He's working 8 hours. You could have done all that shit within an hour. How long does it take to really put a meal together these days? It don't take that long. How long does it really take to, wash and dry some clothes? I mean, the goddamn wash. I remember back in the days where motherfuckers really had scrub boards. And you may not even know what the fuck I'm talking about. A scrub board, where it was a scrubber and you had a big ass foot tub. You had that water in there. And you would be scrubbing those clothes on that rub tub, on that, I think that's what they call them. You flip it, you scrub it, you flip it, you scrub it, you know what I'm saying? You wring it, you flip it, you scrub it, and then you had to go through the process of rinsing it properly. Man, that was really washing fucking clothes. And I think really back then, I think the clothes came out a lot cleaner than some of these washing machines today. That was really washing clothes. Now, these days, all you got to do is, hell, you can throw the fucking clothes in the thing. Hell, you can run a damn washer and dryer from your phone these days. So what's so hard about that? So now, like I said, again, it's coming to a point where men are starting to see that. They're starting to feel like the same shit y'all was saying I can do bad all by myself. Niggas are starting to look at it that way. I can do bad all by myself. I can take that very money that I've been giving you, Salakia, go get me an apartment, and don't even need a big apartment. A lot of Jake, me personally, I could live out of a studio apartment easy. Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing. I'm talking about with comfortability. I can live out of a studio apartment like it's a fucking mansion. Have all the essential things, because men don't need much like that. Men are not big-eyed and looking like, I need this couch. I like that refrigerator. I like that, and I'm gonna decorate it. Okay, you can do all that. You can decorate an apartment. You can decorate your home. Well, when it comes down to just real family things, you're not. The women are just not into that shit, man. And it's starting to show, and the men are starting to see it. I'm telling you, man, the way men are thinking right now, it's not a good look for you women for what's to come, man. I'm just putting that out there. So, hey, get your shit together. If you got a good man, you better hold on tight to him, because there's gonna be a lot of women out here that's gonna be fighting for that very man that you just looking down on. Straight up. It's not gonna make no difference how his ass look. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be caring. All they gonna be caring about is a male presence, a nigga with some muscles that they feeling as if, you know what I'm saying, they can be possibly safe with. Here you go, y'all don't let these women with these goddamn do-rags on, holding on to their crotch, fool you into thinking that, you know what I'm saying, and they just done that data statistic. I seen it yesterday. As far as talking about 75% of the LGBTQ, those relationships are domestic violence infested, man. They whooping them women ass. Here you go, you letting a chick throw a strap on and she's never coming, and she's just knocking you down for 5, 6, 7 hours at a time. You can't even walk. At least a man gonna give you some relief. He gonna eventually, not to be graphic, he gonna eventually come. See, you're not, here she goes. She's out here with some shit that's just out. She goes and pick out, her rod size. She just go, I want that one. Y'all just there arm in arm in the store. Yeah, girl. And then until she's, whatever kind of energy she got. Because a lot of them, boy, they just out of shape. This place is crazy, man. I ain't gonna get all graphic about it. You already know what it is. This place is stupid as hell. It's graphic. I mean, it's just foul as hell. And I don't even, when it comes down to this WNBA thing, like, I've never liked it anyway. Because soon as, what, the WNBA, they do got some pretty ladies. There's some pretty ladies in there. So I'm going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I see that one that's just that walking around like she a nigga, that with that thug kind of dap to her, I cannot watch that shit. I just cannot watch the WNBA. I can't watch no women's sports where they're playing the roles of men anyway. I'm just not interested in nothing like that. I don't want to see no women boxing. I don't want to see no women MMA fighting. I don't want to see no women doing shit like that. It's just not attractive to me. Never has been. That was before I came into True. And I agree with this guy. And there are a lot of people that's in the comment boards that agree with this guy. Let me see. This person says, Clay is so right. I never watched a WNBA game until game 4 of the championships. Sorry, but they are just horrible. Watch many 18 and under men's travel ball basketball, and they would not only beat them, but they would kill them. This person says, well, a high school boys soccer team, best World Cup soccer team. You pick the top 5 boys high school basketball team, and they will whoop the aces. 100% true. WNBA only survives on the revenue from NBA. They just hemorrhage money. And they do. They do. Yeah, he says his choice. The top boys high school teams are pretty much college level players already. Some 7 foot tall. Hell yeah. The women wouldn't stand a chance. That's right. I'll agree. He is so right. Their games is so overrated, talking about they need to get paid what the men get paid. This person says everyone knows he's right. It's like when the women's Australia pro soccer team played the boys under 16-year-old team. The boys beat them by like crazy score. I think it was 24-0. And I seen a soccer match like that too, with some old retired soccer players. They was retired and whipped on some girls, man. And he did say, yeah, this would be a high, it would be a highly rated, the ratings or the viewers or the watchers would go through the roof on that game. If the women, one of these WNBA teams would play a high school team like that. Yeah, they would get a lot of ratings. Everybody would tune into that shit. That would be like, shit, Muhammad Ali. Hey, that would be like a Floyd Mayweather. You probably have to pay, they'll pay-per-view that shit. Because they know how much money it'll bring in. You'll have all the big marketers, everybody should fucking, that should be like the Super Bowl. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on this. Hey, look, man, you women, Just slow it down, man. You need to humble yourself. You need to repent to the Father Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai in these last days. Things are about to get rough. And I'm willing to bet you all these women that's out here talking all that shit, go in and listen to the army. They need people in the army right now. The American army, they need real strong people. At least you would be, somewhat in shape, to make the boot camp. They need you. And it's crazy, though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, talking about the high school team and the WNBA, hey, they going to start recruiting you anyway. They going to start drafting a lot of you young, healthy, athletic people. If you don't fuck around and fall over from that, from that that juice that they just put out here a couple of years back here. So with that, hey, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.